Did you know that if you have a block in your throat chakra, the main cause is jealousy? And I think most people cringe when they hear the word jealousy. They don't want to be accused of being jealous. It's just a very negative term. And I recently discovered I had some blockage in my throat chakra. It was because of jealousy. I was telling my husband this. He was like, what? No. Even his reaction to think his wife would be jealous of something was just kind of like, no, that's not you. And I'm like, no, I know. Like, really, I don't feel like I'm the jealous type. I honestly am so happy for everybody. I want everyone to do good. I never feel like I want what they have or think that they're just jealous of me. But jealousy is actually, it's more about thinking that you should have what they have or you should be in the same position that they are in. When we take away the actual person in the situation, we just look at jealousy in a way of wanting what somebody else has. Who cares who that person is? It's not against that person. But if you think about it, who doesn't see a nice car and be like that would be really cool to have? Or, if your friend has a nice house, of course, I would want it too. And it doesn't mean that you're jealous in this negative sense, but we do start believing I should already have, I should be at the level that they're at. How come I'm not, at that level yet? I noticed that in my mediumship courses when I was first taking those, it was like I was being so hard on myself of how come I'm not as fast as them? How come I'm not at that level? And it's like we all start at different times. It wasn't like I'm actually jealous of the person, but again, when you take away putting a person in the mix and not thinking you're jealous of the person. Now, some people are just straight up jealous of people. But I'm talking about when you really can be self-aware, really realize, actually, I am holding on to jealousy. I do think I should be at the same level as somebody else. This comes from a deep-rooted issue from your past. There was something that happened when you were younger that made you feel like, I should have that, and you didn't. And then it kind of just stuck with you. When we don't resolve that issue, those emotions just stack on top of each other and stack on top of each other. And that's how our energy, we just get these blocks in our chakras. So I had a client and she had, through my trance healing, I could see that she had a block in her throat. So I said, okay, when was the last time that you kind of felt like you should have something that somebody else has? Has that come up with you recently? And she said, yeah, on my spiritual journey, I feel like, how come I didn't figure it out until later in life? The time is ticking. When am I going to be able to start my own business? I'm only getting older. And again, it's not jealousy of somebody particular, but more just seeing outsiders who got the ability earlier, who already started a business, and it's more so how come I am not there yet? And I asked her, I said, I want you to think of that feeling in your body. Where was it in your body? Can you describe it? What was it felt like to you? Is there a color to it? However you can describe it. And she did. And then I asked, okay, now I want you to think of another time in your life, in your past, when that same feeling came up. And she closed her eyes and it was so automatic. She said, oh my gosh. She said, when I was having my babies, I got married late in life. I couldn't get pregnant. I ended up having to go through IVF, which I didn't think. And it's she goes, oh my gosh, it's the same situation I'm in right now. I just felt like there was pressure, I'm only getting older. I can't have these babies. Everyone's judging me. I need to get on it. So we were able to go back to her at that time and comfort that woman who is trying to have babies, who is so pressured by society, and give her comfort and give her encouragement and say, you did it. You did it. You have 3 beautiful babies now, and you are successful and you are strong. We were able to give that version of her all the support and love and encouragement that she needed back then. We were able to do it now in real time. She was able to clear that block in her throat chakra, and she physically could feel like it released from her body. If you think maybe you're holding on to a little bit of jealousy, you need your throat chakra cleared, or any chakras for that matter. If you just feel like you're struggling with some area in your life, reach out. I would absolutely love to help you.